you started any preparation or anything for the Chicago Street Course race, whether it's sim or going over everything with team or anything?
Yeah.
And, well, what's your impression?
Great answer. Great answer.
Hey, listen, some people have said no, so I got to start with that. But that you have, what is your impressions of the circuit, and what are your takeaways?
It's really rough. It's bumpy. It's slippery. There's some corners that are very challenging, some blind ones at that. When you come out of 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, the bean. I think we're going around the bean, right? On the left-hander. That's really, really slippery, really, really slick, and there's a huge bump going through 9 before you get into 10. So, the wall in 8 before you go around the left-hander is, to me, it's really narrow over there. I mean, you're barely trying to miss your right front getting ripped off on the right side and not bouncing off of that and killing your car on the left side. So, there could be more room given over there, I feel like. That's probably a really tight spot that could use a little bit of help just based off of what the sim is telling us. But other than that, I mean, it's going to be a tight street course. It's what tight street courses are.
And so kind of following up on that, what do you think the race is going to be like?
Survival. It's going to be a survival race. I feel like we had a couple of those. I can't remember the last one that we had where it was, I want to say it's turn 1 of, no, Indy, yeah. It's turn 1 of Indy every corner. So, I mean, literally, yeah. I mean, if you start 20th, you might as well not even accelerate to get to turn 1 because it's probably going to look like the Roval restart that we had where we all went off into the barrier in turn 1, you know what I mean? So, it's survival. Yeah.
All right, our next question is going to be Mark in the back.
I have one for each. Mark Arrow, PRN. I promoted a concert with Marty Stewart. Said you guys were roommates at one time here in Nashville.
Yeah, we were.
What was that like?
So I rented an apartment, and Marty moved in, and one night I came home about 11:30, 12 o'clock, and Marty was there, and Emmylou Harris was there, and they were just jamming, and everybody, there were a lot of people there. I'm not sure Marty ever paid rent. Let me go back and say that. But that was back in the early 80s, so that's a long time ago.
Kyle, when
Interest is high.
Yeah.
Kyle, a little bit of a follow-up on the Chicago Street Course, and a question that was asked to Chase Elliott. What will make a good event? I mean, does it need to be a spectacular finish? Or what will make it a successful race from a competitor standpoint? That you have a chance to win, you have a chance to pass? What's going to make a successful event?
I mean, to me, yeah, action, having a good race and story to tell about a street course. I looked at, the IndyCar race from Nashville the first year they did it. They had that big pile up and about block the track, things like that. It's not action that us drivers want to see, but, fans kind of sometimes enjoy calamity, and, that then turns into a social moment where they're like, hey, check this out, look at these idiots, you know what I mean? So, if we're those guys, then so be it, and that's kind of where it'll lay. But, I think it's a spectacle, right? I mean, it's something that I don't think NASCAR's ever done in a long, long time. The Cup Series, if ever, I'm not sure. I know the Southwest Tour ran the streets of LA long, long time ago, 1998. I actually spotted for my brother there. So, but this will be my first time ever racing on a street course, something of this nature.
All right, we're going to come up front to Bob.
Bob Hawkers, Fox Sports. Kyle Busch, another Chicago question. Haven't gotten much information on the mufflers. Have you heard anything about the mufflers that you're going to be using, and have they done anything as far as the heat compared to what you were feeling in LA?
I'm not sure. I can't say. I don't know. I know Jeff Burton was working on that for us, on trying to reduce some of the heat, the in-car heat. We were all kind of talking about that because some guys kind of felt a little bit hot at the Coliseum. I felt fine at the Clash. I didn't even run my cool shirt, so I predict it's going to be warm. But wearing a cool shirt, you should be fine.